Okay, Aquarius, welcome in. This reading is for you. I encourage you to watch your rising sign first because it does track and map your 3D experience. I have found that the rising sign is just a really great one to watch for. But if you're a sun sign Aquarius, welcome in. I'm a Venus in Aquarius, and a lot of times these things resonate for different reasons. Okay, Aquarius sun sign, this might resonate for your work more than it does just your, everyday experiences. If you're a moon, Aquarius moon, this could track in terms of how you're feeling, especially because this month we have another air sign having a full moon, Gemini full moon happening on the 4th this week. And that's a nice trine for you. So I feel like you're going to like December more than you liked November. Okay. If you really had a hard time in November, there's some relief coming. Okay. So it doesn't mean there aren't decisions to be made or possible pressures applied for those decisions to be made, or maybe you're applying the pressure for those decisions to be made. But let's see what's in the reading. I will take you through the astrology. We have Neptune moving forward in your second house of money. So any kind of illusions you had about money, even positive or negative, depends on what you were thinking. Like I'm kind of delusional about my money right now. It's going to get straightened out. So you may have thought something that you thought was going to happen that isn't going to happen, or vice versa. You might be thinking like, this is never going to happen, and it does. Okay, so let's see what the reading shows for Aquarius. All right, check it out. Because, you got Pluto in your sign until 2044. So pace yourself. Power, that's Pluto energy. Home, past life. Transmute. This is a transformational time for people you have once allowed in your private life. Maybe you're not allowing them anymore. Okay. Some of you could really have a relief in that instance that is being sort of wrapped up. That full moon in Gemini may shine a light on the things you've been anxious about, maybe money, or maybe just anxiety in general. And it's going to lighten things up a little bit. December will lighten things up. Not necessarily right away, but there's going to be like an aha moment where you go, oh, wow, this is the communication I need to have with that person, Gemini. This is the communication I need to have with that person in order for these steps to roll out, in order for some of these other kinds of Gordian knots or problems that I've been wrestling with to untangle themselves. This is the boundary I need to set. These are the words I need to use. Like an aha moment around that. And I feel like some of you might have been dealing with a power struggle, and that might have been really challenging to figure out what the words are, especially in terms of like, I'm setting a boundary. Look at that. The light goes right up when I do that. Whee! Okay. I also want to say that this beginning of this month, definitely before the solstice, which is the 21st, till we move into Capricorn season, Sagittarius season could toss a lot of things up in the air. It just can feel like a lot of overwhelming things happening all at once. But I like that Neptune moving direct on the 10th of December is going to kind of shake you out of this delusion that you have. And so at least you're anchored in the correct information, right? You're not anchoring yourself in a map that's like not real. All right. So let's see what the reading shows. And I almost feel like some of you are wrapping up a relationship with someone you had a past life with. This could be really super powerful and very, if you feel sad about that, then your job is to transmute that sadness or that regret or whatever it is into something better and like extract the wisdom. Sagittarius season is all about extracting the wisdom. Gemini and Sag are opposite signs. And Gemini is about data, information points, data points. But Sagittarius season is about like zooming back and seeing the big picture of it. Like, oh, I'm connecting the dots here. Jupiter will reward connecting the dots. Right now, Jupiter is in retrograde. Okay. And Jupiter is in retrograde in your 10th house, right? No. Jupiter's in retrograde in your 6th house. Sorry, 6th house, day job, not career, day job. And there could be some lack of clarity that all of a sudden you're like, okay, I need this kind of routine, this kind of discipline. You know, we do have Mars moving into Capricorn later this month. So there's something about routine and discipline that will, even through these kind of like really upending times, Neptune goes direct. Okay, I see, I have clarity around this, but there's just a lot coming at me. And so I need to anchor myself in some kind of discipline so that I can utilize the aha moments. Otherwise, it's just data points that aren't being mapped. Okay. And that's what your job is this month. 6 of Cups, the World, the 7 of Swords, the Moon, the Lover's card, and the Ace of Cups. Boy, do I love that. Ace of Cups here. And in the past, if you may have been seeing things in a vacuum, I feel like this full moon in Gemini, which of course this moon, I can't show you the Lover's card because no nudity on YouTube. All right. So the moon in Gemini is kind of shining a light on the lies. Lies is a strong word. The illusions you've been embracing. It's like, I want that to be true. Right. And Sagittarius season is very optimistic and very hopeful and all of that. But Gemini, that full moon in Gemini says, I love your optimism, but let's at least agree on the data points, the details of things. Let's at least agree on what reality is here. And then you can make some decisions from that. Because I feel like in the past, you may have had a lack of reality as it relates to love. And that can be about like, hey, maybe I don't realize that I'm choosing partners to work out my problems with my, upbringing. We all do it. And maybe Aquarius, you think you're not doing that. Or maybe you don't see the patterns in your life. This month, I feel like is bringing you an opportunity to see the patterns, see the reality, connect the dots and say, okay, I'm going to heal that, or I'm going to learn that lesson this time, or I'm going to do this better for myself. Because when we're talking about Jupiter moving forward in Cancer in that 6th house, that's like, I'm going to do some good stuff that feels good to me so I can be productive and align with my goals and dreams for the future and not keep spinning in these pools of patterns. Okay, without awareness. I think this month will bring you awareness for that. Fool, new beginning. I like that a lot. Okay, I just feel like you're dispensing with a relationship or multiple relationships that you have allowed into your private life that you realize are very unhealthy for you. 6 of Pentacles, Tower. And the way that they're unhealthy is unrequited love could be a pattern, a lack of reciprocity, or someone who's tried to keep you down. Or if you're on the flip side of this, are you recognizing that you haven't let somebody be an equal? And they should be, for whatever reason. They could be somebody like Gemini rules the 3rd house of siblings. Okay, have you been keeping your little brother down by thinking he's not really, whatever, sort of infantilizing someone? And that just ain't fair, right? That's a very specific example. But the Tower here sort of tosses this up in the air. Okay, so it's almost like if you're the one that's been the unrequited love, like I love this person and they don't appear to love me back, I feel like that gets tossed up in the air because it's almost like you reclaiming your power. You're turning tables are being turned. Okay, the tables are being turned. Whatever that is for you. If you had the power, now this other person has the power, or something like that. Or if they had the power, now you do. Knight of Cups, Magician, Nine of Pentacles. Right. So this person could make some kind of offer or make some kind of communication with you, right? Full moon in Gemini is like, I want to tell you how I feel, or no, not feel. I want to tell you what I think. Magician is Mercury. This is Gemini and Virgo. So this person may tell you what they think. Is that what they feel? And Nine of Pentacles just says to me that you're like, it's like you're cool no matter what they say. Like nothing that this person, I love Aquarius. I have Aquarius Venus. I told you that. I love, love, love the idea that there can be distance. And I'm also talking about Sagittarius, which is about big picture, right? There can be a cool distance to things. To like, let's see what the data points are. Let's see what the details are. And not getting, maybe you got sucked into romantic stuff in the past, but I don't feel like you're doing that anymore. Knight of Pentacles, show me the money. Eight of Swords, oh man. Eight of Swords and Eight of Pentacles, show me the money. And it's like, what I mean by that is it doesn't have to be about your work, but there is a lot of pentacles here. A lot of pentacles, a lot of swords. So thinking about money, and that makes sense to me because Neptune in your second house is going direct. So there's been a lot of worry and thinking about the balance of things, maybe your balance sheet, maybe the equality of things. And I feel like that's the thing that gets upended, that the tables are turning. So if you were worried, like I'm not going to get what I'm worth, or this person has, I have unrequited love for this person, I just feel like things are changing because you've decided to do what's healthy for you. I love this Virgo energy of the Knight of Pentacles. You've decided to do what's healthy for you. This Eight of Swords, I want to clarify this. This Eight of Swords could be in your daily routines that maybe in the past you haven't been doing things that have been healthy for you. You've been kind of putting yourself out there based on an illusion. I can eat like a teenager for my whole life. I can, I don't know, whatever you're doing that is not healthy for you, that could go away. Okay, so these Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles, no, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Page of Wands, those are like messages about love, messages about forgiveness, messages about new exciting beginnings, could be about your work. And it's like, if you've been putting in a lot of time and effort into something and not seeing the results, you're going to see the results now. Okay, you're going to see the results now. Please clarify the Tower for me. Five of Cups, Nine of Wands, Star. Oh, I like that. And the Ace of Pentacles. You're blowing up those old patterns. It's like you're seeing them and you're having like, okay, I'm kind of still hanging on to someone. I think they'll come around, or I think they'll show up. And I feel like this is like, you know what? I'm letting go of this unrequited love stuff. I'm letting go of this fantasy. I'm going to heal this. Star card is your card, Aquarius. And then there's this Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings. Awesome. I think you're going to like December. Let's keep going with this reading. If this is your reading, I'll look at what you don't see coming. I'll go deeper into what's next. I'll talk more about the astrology and how it might relate to you. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Love that. All right. Tables are turning. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.